purchasing home in fall.
But first, let's hit it. Hi, it's Alan Victoria. Welcome to our Talent Podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get notified.
Honestly, you can call us text all the time at 252-327-3357. We love talking to you. Do not be shy. Also, don't forget to get our buyer's guide and seller's guide in the description below because they are chock full of information that we gathered to help you understand the home buying and home selling processes. There's checklists, there's lists, there's preferred lenders, and we're 100% happy to talk to you, or you can read it at your leisure.
Exactly. And today we wanted to deep dive into how it looked like the real estate in the fall in 2023 by rising the interest rate and how you can become a homeowner. No?
Right. So you're getting hit with a double whammy: rising interest rates and rising home prices. There's going to be a lot of talking heads out there. Don't buy, don't buy, don't buy. And they have all these reasons why. And yet, that's not true. You should always live in the present moment. If you've just had a baby, you need a bigger place, then you need a bigger place. There's nothing going to stop you. Do not let talking heads stop your life. You have to live your life and live in the now. And then we just plan for the future, but we live in the now.
Exactly. And basically, the fall could be an amazing time to purchase a home. And basically, as we said, we highlighted the challenges in the market, which is the interest rate. And in many states, including North Carolina, home value is still rising.
But what is in your favor is that there is less competition in the fall than in the summer.
Exactly.
People are already settled. They've already they've put their kids in school now. But 4 million people are going to still be home buying and home selling. So do not think you are 100% alone in any of this, because that's 100% not true. People are going to have a new job. They've had a child. They have multifamilies coming together. There's 4 million people who have an issue going on where they're going to be buying a home or selling.
As my wife said, this is one of the reasons, and the advantage such as less competition that she mentioned, and what about the housing market right
and
now?
Then the prices are still increasing, which means once you have locked in your house, nobody is talking about some sort of crazy fall unless there's some tinfoil hats on their head. I don't have a crystal ball, but nobody's talking about this inflation. What does inflation mean? Prices rising. What does that mean for us? Home prices are rising because everything else is rising because that's just the market right now. And nobody's saying that the market's going to crash. That's tinfoil hat theory. Nobody's saying inflation's going to stop, which means once you have locked into on a house, you're actually probably going to profit off this house sooner rather than later because of inflation.
Exactly. The expert actually estimation in 2023 to 2024, they actually said that almost 4 million home buyers, because of the job, changing the job or family expansion, are in the market to purchase home, respect to the last year, which was 6.5 million. No?
Yeah. Okay, so that's true. So basically, why should the interest rates not scare you? Let's talk about that.
Okay. Do you want to start from
So basically, the negative impact of the higher interest rates means that people are going to freak out and not be in the market. That's some people. That's not you. Exactly. But that means that you're gonna have less competition out there. It has nothing to do with that. But also remember, you're not going to be locked. Yes, okay, you can stay paying your 7.5% forever for 30 years, or if you believe that the market's coming to come down in the future. And I had a 70-something-year-old client recently who told me they were considering adjustable because they figure in 5-year interest rates are going to go down. So he was betting on an adjustable, and he's much older than me, so he has some wisdom there. So if you do believe interest rates are going to drop back down, you can refinance later. Again, nobody has a crystal ball. I cannot tell you the future. I can tell you right now, there is homes available. It's not a buyer's market, but there are homes available, and there would be less competition in the fall.
Exactly. And some of the banks and financial institutions, actually, their offer right now, if you basically lock your loan with them, they can refi you for free, which is another advantage that many of them they use right now to get you to the home that you want for your family.
Another reason you should prepare for those more fall home increases and prices increasing as well. So it means that you're going to have more potential savings in the future. I know it's hard to think of your mortgage as a savings tool, but it is, because you're paying yourself back. You eventually will own this home. You will own this asset. And what happens if you wait?
Well, as you wait, basically you are paying more rent, which
you're paying someone else's mortgage, right?
Exactly. And
what else have I lost?
And then as we said, the home value also is appreciating, meaning the house that you can purchase right now, $240, it might be $250 or more next year. And you could have locked that appreciation in your name, and again, appreciation, and also you can again refinance it.
Now let's talk about, again, a little more deep dive into the 4 million people that are projected to buy this year or move this year. We already told you about a few reasons, jobs, family.
Yeah.
But basically, the appeal of buying in this market is that people are going to bet that those taxes are going to, you're still getting your tax deductions. You are potentially going to get interest rates that go down in the future.
Exactly.
And so if you lock in your house now, you have the opportunities to lower that payment in the future. But if you never lock on a house, you will never have that opportunity to lower their price and lower how much you pay in the future.
Exactly.
Let's talk about locking it in. What does that mean?
Locking your interest rate?
Locking in your home.
Oh, can you enlighten us with that?
Well, it means that once you're under contract, that house is going to be yours in 30 days. You have already locked in your interest rate as well, so you know what it's going to be. Mm-hmm. There's no more competition at that point. So at that point, once you have moved into your house, you are no longer caring about the unpredictability of the market. You're not caring about a lot of things because you have a specific house, specific time that is specifically yours. And what's great about the fall is you have less competition out there. So why is it a great time to buy?
Please tell us.
Because we just said it, there's less competition out there, and you're going to get a good deal that statistically will continue to increase. Nobody's saying that these houses are going to go down.
And your lenders basically now they're spending more time with you because they wanted to help you, because many home buyers might priced out with a high interest rate. And that is also another benefit, that they can help you 100% to get the loan that you want for your house.
And I want to mention that if you really are serious that you want to buy a home, you should start actions towards buying that home now. We should definitely talk to a lender, get yourself prepared, understand how much you're going to need. Yes, 4 million people are going to still be moving, and there's still not enough supply. And then a lot of millennials still intend to buy in the future. So you are looking at a market to where we are not talking about any sort of price drop. We're not talking about anybody who did anything wrong. Nobody is lying to people. What we are saying is that when you need to buy a home, you need to buy a home, and we are here to help you with that.
Exactly. And it's definitely, as my wife said, do your due diligence. Your credit pool, even you think is hard pull, is going to be really affecting 15 to 25 points on your credit.
And it will go away when you own the house.
But if you understand what is wrong right now for debt to income ratio or any credit issue, that's going to help you maybe in the next 6 months, if you are not ready right now, to be ready.
And I want to add with that really quickly, I was afraid. When I first started thinking I wanted to buy a home, I was afraid of my student loans. That was my issue. My student loans, I was afraid of them. I did not want to talk to them. He knows when he would ask me about them, I would just shut down and I would just start being so upset about it. And I wasn't prepared to talk about it. Exactly. But getting over that fear that I had on a financial situation, taking control of my power, taking control of my life, meant that I could now have everything that I wanted. So do not be afraid. Whatever you're afraid of is what you should definitely be facing.
And thank you for being good audience. And don't forget to call us if you are buying or selling home in North Carolina or out of the state at 252-327-3357, and support our channel by subscribing in it. And see you in next video and podcast.